Hello and welcome to my Championship Game Week 33 predictions. Championship season. We're almost into the last 10 game weeks of the season now, which is absolutely mental to say the season has flown by. Blackburn versus Preston this weekend, one of the bigger games, or derby games, I should say, this weekend. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and let's just jump straight into my Championship Game Week 33 predictions. Up first is Blackburn versus Preston then on Friday night. Blackburn will be looking to win this at Ewood Park, of course, as they need to start winning some games as they are still probably in the relegation picture, 3 points above it at the moment. Earlier in the season, Blackburn did win this fixture away at Preston by 2-1. The head-to-heads look like there's 6 wins for Blackburn, 5 draws, 9 wins for Preston. In fact, Blackburn did get a very, very good win over QPR last time out, Michael O'Neill's side, as well as doing the Northern Ireland job he is. Also, managing Blackburn, I think he had the same duties while he was at Stoke. Unbeaten in their last 3, Preston have kind of got themselves back in that playoff picture. They need to keep getting gritty results and keep getting in there, or just get closer to those playoff places, level on points with Derby and Wrexham at the moment. I'm going to back Blackburn to win this, though, just because I think new manager Bounce are going to do okay. They beat QPR last week as well. So I think Blackburn will get over the line against Preston here and win this by 2-1 in this one. Hull versus QPR is one of 4 12:30 kickoffs. I'm not sure why we've got 4. I think Swansea, Bristol City in there as well, which is a bit of a derby. I don't think it is really, but anyway, Hull versus QPR, straight into this one then. Back-to-back defeats for Hull. They did get thrashed in the week, or last Friday, by Chelsea by 4-0 in that one. Blackburn did beat QPR by 3-1 in that one. 5th sit Hull, 13th sit QPR in the table. QPR did beat Hull early in the season by 3-2, 9 wins for Hull, 5 draws, 7 wins for Queen's Park Rangers on that one. QPR won both previous meetings with Hull this season in Cup and League. Or I'm not sure about that one. I don't think that's correct. Anyway, QPR rank 10th in the Championship XG, and they sit 13th in the real table. XG means nothing. Hull conceded 7 goals in 2 recent home games. Doesn't look particularly great for them. 2 sides that are kind of out of form at the moment. I'm going to back Hull to get back to winning ways in this one. I'm going to go for quite a comfortable Hull 3-1 win in this one for Sergio Jakubowic's side. They need to bounce back from the 3-1 home defeat against Queen's Park. Against Chelsea, in the FA Cup. They want to repay their fans with something. So, back in Hull to wins by 3-1 over Queen's Park Rangers, who just don't look that great at the moment. Stoke versus Leicester is next then at the Bet365. Both sides are on a bit of a horrible run in terms of form. Leicester lost their last 5 matches in all competitions. 2 of those were against Southampton most recently. 3 losses out of the last 5 for Stoke, including the FA Cup defeat at home to Fulham. In their 14th versus 22nd, Leicester sit in the relegation zone at the moment. Yes, they've been deducted 6 points, but that is still ridiculous. How Leicester are in the relegation zone. 2-1 home with Leicester last time they did play early in the season on the 22nd of November, 3rd February 2024. Last time they played at Bet365 was 5-0 away with Leicester City in that one. 2 wins for Stoke, 4 draws, 8 wins for Leicester. They do quite well against Stoke. Stoke have really plummeted down the table, dropped down to 14th in the table now, been overtaken by the likes of Southampton, Birmingham, Watford, QPR, all of those teams. I am going to back a 1-1 draw in this one. I think both sides aren't playing the best of football at the moment, and they could be playing a lot better in my eyes. So, I think this will be a boring 1-1 draw. Now to Swansea as they take on Bristol City at the Swansea.com Stadium in this one. Swansea did lose to Derby last time out. Bristol City drawing at home to Wrexham. A bit of a derby, this one. Do let me know in the comments if it is a derby. I think Cardiff, Bristol City, and Cardiff, Swansea are definitely more derbies. Bristol City did win this fixture 3-0 earlier in the season in November, of course. 6 wins for Swansea, 5 draws, 8 wins for Bristol City. Swansea starting to turn a corner now under Vitor Matos. They've got a few points, a couple of wins on the board over Sheffield Wednesday, Watford, and all of them. They did lose a derby as well. Difficult one to call this head-to-head record, as I said. Bristol City winning this earlier in the season. Last time to play at Swansea was a 1-1 draw. Zach Vipton leads the Championship goals with 15 goals this season. Bristol City sit ninth in the XG, sit ninth, but ranked 13th in the XG table. They did beat Swansea in November's reverse fixture. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw again. I'm going to sit on the fence for this one at 12:30. I just think it'd be quite a scrappy kind of game of football. These games always sometimes of recent years have ended in a bit of a draw, apart from Bristol City dominating. It's always earlier in the season has been a bit of a cagey game in the past, so 1-1 here. West Brom versus Coventry then at 12:30 as well. I think this one is on the main Sky at 12:30. I'm not sure why we've got 4 games on. 3-2 home win for Coventry over West Brom on the 22nd of November in earlier this season. Last time they did play at West Brom was a 2-0 home West Brom win. I think they would absolutely love that to happen again, but they take on a Coventry side that just beat Middlesbrough, didn't they, on Monday night by 3-1. Haji Wright hat-trick on it. That was it 3-1 or it was 3-1, wasn't it? Coventry will be looking to win this and continue that good form up from Monday night. They take on a West Brom side that are just outside the drop zone at the moment, did lose to Norwich in the Cup as well. 3 draws out of their last 4 Championship games for West Brom at the moment. They've conceded 47 goals this season, West Brom. What is going on there? They haven't won in 7 games, scoring twice in their last 5 as well. Not particularly great. Haji Wright scored a hat-trick the other night as well. This could provide a bit of a problem for Coventry, maybe, but I don't think that is going to be the case. I'm going to back Coventry to win this by 3-1. I could see it causing West Brom. I could see Coventry being caused a few problems here, but I just don't back it on my prediction. Maybe West Brom score first or something. But backing Coventry to win this by 3-1 at the Hawthorn. Middlesbrough take on Oxford then at the Riverside, and if Middlesbrough are to get promoted this season, these have got to be the games they need to be winning after losing at Coventry Monday night. Of course, Oxford 4 losses out of their last 5. They did lose at Sunderland, one of those, so I'll cut them some slack. 4 wins on the trot before the Coventry defeat for Middlesbrough, beating Sheffield United, Norwich, Preston and Stoke in their 2nd versus 23rd in the tables. Middlesbrough conceded the most penalties in the division with 5. They scored 10 in their last 5 Championship games. Middlesbrough are unbeaten in their last 5 meetings, with Oxford winning 3, ranking 3rd at home in the Championship this season. Oxford sit 23rd in the Championship, 33 points behind Middlesbrough. 1-1 draw earlier in the season between these two sides. 3 wins for Borough, 2 draws, 0 wins for Oxford. I'm going to back Middlesbrough to win this. I think it'd be quite a comfortable home win. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Borough home win over Oxford United in this one. And a simple Middlesbrough home win over Oxford here. Millwall versus Pompey then at 3:00 at the Den as well. Portsmouth getting a very needed away win at Charlton at the weekend, or last night, sorry, tell a lie, it was last night. Very good away win for John Messina's side. They will definitely take that on the road after the disappointment of losing to Sheffield United at home at the weekend, sorry, I should say. Millwall had a bit of a scare, nearly losing to Sheffield Wednesday, but they did win that one by 2-1 in the end. Millwall did beat Wrexham as well before that. They've been on a decent little run, have Millwall, although that Sheffield Wednesday game, yes, it did come of a win, but it wasn't a great performance from Millwall in that one. Portsmouth did beat them by 3-1 earlier in the season. 6 wins for Millwall, 1 draw, 2 wins for Portsmouth on this one. Millwall sit 3rd in the Championship table. Portsmouth sit 19th. They'll be looking to do a lot better here. Millwall, I'm going to back to win this. I think it will be a tight game. I'm just going to back Millwall to buy a 0-0. I know the league position might say something different, but I think this could be quite a tight game of football, this one, and I'm just backing the home side to win this 1-1 0-0 at the Den. Norwich versus Birmingham next, and this is a proper test of Birmingham. If we are going to win this, I feel like we will get in the playoffs. It's these kind of games. We need to be winning to get in those playoff places. This one takes place at Carrow Road. Norwich won 4 of their last 5 matches in all competitions. Birmingham are beaten in their last 5 in all competitions, drawing against Leeds, but then coming up trumps on penalties. Norwich have reached the FA Cup 5th. Why have we got FA Cup stats on a Championship game? Norwich scored 10 in their last 5. No goalless draws in their last 14 meetings between these two teams. Birmingham underperforming their XG. Expected goal difference of 60.5 is among the best in the division. XG means nothing. as I've said previously, earlier in the season, Birmingham did win this 4-1 in Philippe Clement's first game in charge, but he's turned around Norwich since then. 9 wins for Norwich, 4 draws, 3 wins for Birmingham on the head-to-heads. I think Norwich are going to win this. We always lose at Carrow Road for some reason, no matter, even if we had like Haaland in the team, we'd still lose. Yeah, Norwich win this by 2-0 over Birmingham here. I think our away form will be back to being crap. So yeah, Norwich to win this by 2-0 over Birmingham in this one. Southampton versus Charlton Athletic. There, Nathan Jones going back to St Mary's. I wonder what reception he will get there. Southampton won 4 on the trot. 2 of those were against Leicester in the FA Cup and the league. Charlton did lose a bit disappointingly at home to Portsmouth. Maybe they're saving their energy for this game. We'll have to wait and see. Head-to-head record, 5-1 win for Southampton over Charlton on the 22nd of November. 2-0 home win for Southampton when they played back in League One. 2 wins for the Saints, 1 draw, 0 wins for Charlton. They haven't played each other a lot recently. Linda Dykes probably will be starting for Charlton in this one. Leo Cienza leads the championship with a big chance to create with 16 for Charlton. So just 3 points of relegation zone now and have only scored 4 in their last 5. They are really, really struggling at the moment, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did end up going down, but I'm sure Nathan Jones will find a way to keep this Charlton side up. I'm going to back Southampton to win this. I'm going to go for a 3-0 Southampton home win in this one, and I think it'll be quite a comfortable win for the Saints here at St Mary's. Watford derby up next then at Vicarage Road. Watford will be looking to win this. They haven't won in absolutely ages. I don't think, well, they haven't won since New Year's Day, I think, in the Championship. Anyway, they've scored 11 in their last 5 derbies, including a 5-0 thrashing at Bristol City. And if Watford are on poor form, you could see this being quite a big result. Watford did pick up a decent point away at Preston at the weekend, which is okay for Edward Still's first game in charge of Watford, but they'll be looking to win this at home to Derby. We know Derby and John Eustace have got a brilliant away record, as is Watford did win this fixture by 3-2. I think they created a massive turnaround in that one against Derby. 8 wins for Watford, 1 draw, 6 wins for Derby. Yeah, difficult one to call this one. Watford, I think, will look to win 4 wins for them, 0 draws, 3 wins for Derby. That's at Vicarage Road itself. I think Watford should win this. They haven't won it in 8 matches, just scored 3 in their last 5. They've won in 5 previous meetings with Derby, but haven't won in 8 matches, as we've just said. They've won 5 previous meetings with Derby, scoring at least twice. Do have a pretty good head-to-head record with Derby. Don't think that's going to continue here. I'm going to bet Derby to win by 2-1 away at Watford in this one. So yeah, Derby to beat Watford by 2-1. Wrexham versus Ipswich is the final game on the Saturday. They did play each other in the FA Cup last week, and Wrexham did win that one by 1-0. Ipswich will be looking for a bit of revenge, won't they, for this one? It always seems to happen. Always these FA Cup fixtures seem to fall around and in place around the league fixtures, which is somehow bizarre. Head-to-head record, Wrexham did win this on the 30th of February, of course, last Friday night, but 0-0. Earlier in the season was a 0-0 draw between the sides. It's 4th versus 7th, a bit of a playoff crunch clash, especially if Wrexham went on to win this. You probably back them to go and get the playoffs then. Can they do? National League to League 2 to League 1 to Championship to Premier League. We'll have to wait and see. This one is at the racecourse, of course. Do Ipswich get their revenge from last week in the FA Cup? For some reason, it's telling me, but I'm not going to back it. I'm going to back a 2-2 draw between Wrexham and Ipswich. This one, I think this could be a brilliant game of football in terms of quality. So, yeah, 2-2 between Wrexham and Ipswich here. And into the Steel City derby on Sunday afternoon. We probably all know who's going to win. It's just a matter of how many Sheffield United win by here at Bramall Lane as they take on a Sheffield Wednesday side still stuck on -7 points. Portsmouth did lose. Well, Sheffield United beat Portsmouth at the weekend, didn't they? By 1-0. They did lose at home to Middlesbrough, but they have started to pick up. They do sit 15th, but that 7-game. They gave everybody a 7-game head start, didn't they? And that's probably stopped them getting into the playoffs. At the end of the day, Sheffield United won 3 previous games against Sheffield Wednesday. No surprise, they've scored 9 in the last 5. Sheffield Wednesday won just once in 32 Championship matches. That was against Portsmouth away at Fratton Park. 23 losses in 32 games for Sheffield Wednesday, 64 goals is conceded this season with a worst defensive record in the Championship. Sheffield United won this by 3-0 earlier in the season. I'm good about Sheffield United to win this one. I'm going to go for a 3-0 Sheffield United win over Sheffield Wednesday in this one. So, yeah, Sheffield United are going to comfortably win by 3-0 in this one over Sheffield Wednesday here. Thank you very much for watching my Championship Game Week 33 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And I will speak to you on the next one, which will be League 1 and 2 prediction. Probably a double upload tomorrow. I have to wait and see because there's a few games on tonight. Isn't there in League 1? Well, Wigan, Luton and Grimsby, Walsall, respectively. So, yeah. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. And I'll speak to you all on the next one.